Henry Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. Just how would you summarize your rookie years, just in overall fashion, your assessment? And then second part, are you ready to assume a bigger role in this offense this season?
Of course, I'm ready to assume a bigger role. I mean, last year it was, for me to describe it, it was a start. And that's pretty much the best way I can describe it. It's something to build on. It's a starting point, and we're just gonna build from there. And of course, like I said, ready for take on a bigger role and help my team in a bigger way.
And this is Vinny with the Las Vegas Review Journal. Just from our perspective, you look bigger than you were last year when you ended the season. Have you added some strength and some weight, and you put a lot of work in conditioning and weight room and nutrition during this off season?
Yes, that's been one of my main points of emphasis, and I mean it's just constantly just trying to eat all the time and going hard in the weight room, and it's been paying off.
Yeah, Henry, Ron Futrell from Channel 8. A couple of questions here for you. How did it feel running deep routes there in the heat this morning? The first time, at least, that we've seen you running some deep routes. A little toasty this morning out there. And curious if you're watching any of the Vegas Golden Knights hockey playoffs right now.
Well, first it was hot. I can say that, but I mean it's what we do every day. We're in Vegas. We're used to it, so I mean it's always fun to get out there and run routes and just get better and build that chemistry with the team.
Henry Willie again. To Vinny's question about just getting bigger, getting stronger. Do you feel that it's somewhat of a necessity to maybe add to the repertoire instead of running deep routes? I mean, I know that's your specialty with your speed, but in terms of maybe some more screen passes and use that speed for yards after catch, but adding that physicality and by adding the muscle and the strength.
I mean, I can always develop in all areas. So I mean, adding strength, adding versatility, moving around, moving different positions, running different routes, expanding my route tree, just doing different things, finding different ways to help the team out. That's pretty much me. So I'm open to all of it, and I'm excited going forward to learn and do new things for the team.
Henry, you guys didn't have this offseason program last year due to COVID-19. Getting in the building, getting on the field, taking what you learned in the classroom to the field. How important is this step, and do you feel like it's beneficial for the process for you guys?
I mean, now that I'm here and I'm a part of it, I definitely feel like it's a necessity. I mean, just being around the guys, building the chemistry, and just being around the coaches, and even getting that hands-on work, it just makes things that much easier, and makes it make sense.
Henry, by Damian from USA Today. Hunter Renfro just said that the things that you do on the field, you can't put a stat on, essentially. Just the ways that you get people open with the routes you run and whatnot. How do you see that? How do you look at that, what you were able to do last year outside of the stat line? And are you happy with that being your role, or do you want more?
I mean, of course you want more. I think everybody wants more than, what they had last season. But, I mean, I look at it as being a team player, fulfilling my role, doing what I'm asked to do.
Yeah, this is Vic from The Athletic. You look at the offense this year. How is it better than it was last year? How can you guys get better as an offense this year?
Well, I say number one, we have an offseason, so we're building chemistry. We're working around each other. We know what guys like, what guys want to do, and different things like that. So I say that's the biggest thing, just chemistry, just learning, learning the ins and outs of the offense, learning the guys, and knowing who to put in what situation.
Henry out of Las Vegas Review Journal. Do you have goals in mind specifically for numbers, anything like that for this season, or is there goals that you set on paper that you want to achieve, whether they're numbers or otherwise? And was there any point last year when you were frustrated at all?
If you ask me any goals, better than last year. That's the biggest thing, just improvement and improve every day, every year, and that's just, I mean, that's what I want to do. And I mean, last year is in the past. Yes, it probably was frustrating, you know, at times. But I mean, like I said, that's in the past. We build on it. It's a fresh start now, and we're just gonna, you know, we're gonna work to make it better.
Aaron, one of the things that Darren brought up earlier that he dealt with when, you know, at his first season or first couple of seasons was sort of living up to everybody else's expectations. And so as a first round draft pick, did that maybe add to the frustration and maybe just thinking what everyone else is expected out of you, especially coming out of the program that you came out of, and that you transitioned to just living up to your own expectations and sort of relieves a weight off your shoulders?
Honestly, I don't think anybody's expectations for me is higher than myself. So if I'm frustrated with anything, it's because I didn't do what I feel like, you know, that I can do or I'm able to achieve. So it's the critics and, you know, what the coaches or other players around the league may say about me. It doesn't really do too much for me because I know what I can do, and I'm my biggest critic. So no one else can make me feel bad about that.
And it's been an impressive group of receivers from Alabama the last few years. How much do you guys still push each other?
Oh, all the time. I mean, we talk pretty much every day, and I mean they're like blood, you know. So we talk every day. We push each other, and we just can't get out on the field and compete, you know, on opposite sidelines.
Okay, thank you, Henry.